Hello and welcome to Tea is Good, Books Are Better, the podcast where we drink tea and talk about books. I'm Raven.
I'm Jess.
And today we are talking about Shadow Scale chapters 18 and 19?
Yeah, sounds right.
Dope. But before we get there, what are we drinking?
I have, get this, coconut water.
Oh.
It is so hot in here.
Coconut water.
Mm-hmm.
Is that refreshing?
Yeah, and it's full of electrolytes.
Nice.
It's delicious.
Yeah. I enjoy, like, coconut milk. So I assume it's similar but more watery.
It's, you know, when you open up a coconut, it's the water inside, right?
No way.
I literally have coworkers who had no idea what coconut water was. They thought it was the water that was sifted out of the milk.
Oh, or like infused with coconuts. That's funny.
You've never opened a coconut before. Yeah.
Opening a coconut is not super normal. Not here.
What do you mean?
I've never opened a coconut.
Dad has, though, when we were kids.
When we were kids, okay.
We found it.
Sure, but that doesn't mean it's normal here. I would not expect people to have opened a coconut.
Who hasn't seen Survivor?
A lot of young people.
Okay. Well, they're not young, Michael. They're both older than me.
Okay, they probably should have seen that then. Alright. I'm drinking regular water.
Oh, the best water.
Oh, I was just gonna say I wish it was coconut water.
Oh. Coconut water is second best. Especially if it has the chunks of coconut floating in it.
Oh,
pulp.
Nice.
I'm a big fan of pulp in all of my juice.
I feel like I used to like it more than I do now. I still don't mind it, but it's like I don't like it as much as I used to.
Sure. I just like to chew.
So, where did we leave off Seraphina?
In chapter 16, they met Paulos Pente at the temple of Chacon, and Seraphina recognized him as Pelican Man. He's wary of Seraphina, thinking that she's in cahoots with Genola, but when she proves that they're not in league, Paulos removes Genola from Ingar. Paulos goes into a rage at the mention of Abdo, and we learn that Kamba is Master Smasher.
Yes.
And in chapter 17, Seraphina convinces Abdo to agree to see Paulos to get rid of Genola. And she goes to the Dragon District, Metasari, in search of Orma and Eskar, and learns that no one has seen Orma, but Eskar has been missing for a couple of weeks. And then we learn that Abdo is beyond saving until he or Genola wins the battle for Abdo's mind.
Cool. Is that really where we left off? I feel like
that was a long, long time ago.
I know, oh my god.
Yeah, it is.
Chapter 18. Let's go.
Seraphina has tried talking to Abdo and only got a response once when he managed to tell her that he's trying to build a wall like hers. Then he ends up back in his fight. Seraphina spends days asking dragons on the locations of Orma and Eskar, but she gets the same answer from everyone. No one knows about Orma, and Eskar hasn't been seen in weeks. Kamba and Ingar have been unavailable to visit this whole time, so Seraphina decides to find the other half-dragons herself using the avatars in her garden. She has no problem finding Miss Aribi again.
Which one's that?
That sounds so weird, Miss Aribi.
Maybe it's Miss Ray. Miss Ray. That's the sounds.
Mr. Ray.
Miss Ray.
She's the tiny bat lady who flies nice.
Right, the one that doesn't fly like a chicken.
Yeah, the one who flies very good.
Yes.
So she has no problem finding her again, as she often spots her perched on rooftops, observing the people and deterring crime like Batman.
Do they have a dragon symbol for her?
Right? They should.
Right?
Serafina briefly wonders if Miss Ariri would give her the time of day if she were to commit a crime, but has no desire to humiliate Griselda and Lucian like that.
Real quick, is this one of those books that has, like, the pronunciations in the back? Let me check.
I would like to know. Miserere.
Okay. Yeah, so there's no pronunciations in this one, unfortunately. I liked that Aragon had pronunciations in the back, but this book couldn't do it for us.
Didn't the first Serafina have pronunciations?
I don't think so. I think it had a glossary and a cast of characters list, but I don't remember it having pronunciations specifically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I even have it up here, and I don't think I can say it. Miserere doesn't sound. But it's like A, then Ray, and I can't get it to sound like A Ray. Miserere.
Wait, do you have a pronunciation open? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, because it's an actual. One. It's like a French word, I think.
Oh, okay.
Or no, it's Latin. Be merciful.
Wait, did I spell it right? Miserere?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
pronunciation. Here we go.
Miserere.
I can't make it sound any different than what I'm saying it already.
Miserere.
Okay. Well, it just sounds weird, I think, is the conclusion.
Apparently it's Latin for be merciful.
Interesting. Okay.
Then she decides to hunt down the twins, Naga and Nagini. After finding out that they were competing in the Solstice game.
Wait, Voldemort's snake is called Nagini.
Sure is.
Wait, what does that mean then? What does Nagini mean? Nagini meaning... Oh, it's literally the feminine form of the Sanskrit word naga, which means snake.
Oh.
Wait, so
Nag is one of the names.
Yeah, his name is Naga?
Nag and Nagini.
Is it Nag or Naga?
Nag.
Nag?
Like stop nagging me.
I see. Okay.
Nag
and Nagini. Mm-hmm. Well, they mean snake, I guess.
Okay. Huh. I wonder if they look like snakes in her little head.
Maybe.
She sees them as they're presented with prize wreaths and honors. Serafina thinks that they're her age, 16 or 17, and they run. What are they called? Sprinters, I think.
Oh, in the Solstice Games.
Yeah.
Okay, which is like the Olympics for Porphyry.
Sure. Some sort of sport thing.
Cool.
Sports. The twins live in a special house for athletes that Serafina cannot enter, so she decides to hunt down Gargariella. After asking around, she learns Gargariella's true name is Maga Regis Phloxia, and she is the Assembly Chief Prosecutor.
Wow, a lawyer.
Serafina has seen her before running through streets, always in a rush. So this time, Serafina steps in front of her as she runs down a set of stairs and earns a fearsome, shark-toothed smile in response.
So that's her, like, half-dragon thing, and she has the teeth?
She has the teeth.
Sheesh.
Yeah. Serafina introduces herself, and Magda tells her in perfect Goretti that she knows who Serafina is and that Paulos has forbidden her from talking to Serafina.
This guy.
Right? Like, get out of here.
He's so annoying.
And implies that it would be against the law for them to speak.
Serafina.
Like, I thought they already understood that Serafina is not in cahoots with Genoa, but he's still there going, no.
Maybe, I don't know. Has she convinced him yet?
I'm in his mind. And she let him in her mind.
Oh, that's true.
He poked and prodded himself.
Maybe he just hasn't updated the others. Or maybe he still thinks it's possible for Janula to...
Just doesn't like her because she's in cahoots with Abdo. And he's butthurt.
That's probably it, to be honest. But yeah, it does feel like he's getting in the way of her getting in touch with any of the half-dragons here.
Yeah.
But they're, like, right there. But she can't fucking talk to them.
Right?
Must be frustrating.
Serafina tells her that she doesn't know Perithian law, so she's gonna take her word for it. Maggott's eyes soften, and she quickly tells Serafina that she believes Paulos is depriving them and is looking for a loophole for their eventual meeting. Then she scurries off.
Ooh.
So at least Magga knows that Paulos is being unreasonable.
Yes. And with her being a lawyer, I feel like she is particularly intelligent, probably. So
good at finding loopholes.
She can, probably find a way for them to meet.
Serafina looks for Newt, who she knows is a singer in the harbor market. She would bring her flute and play distance from him, listening to him sing along to her music. And they would circle each other, but never meet until one morning she sees him. He's an old man with an elongated torso and stunted limbs.
Oh.
He notices her immediately and smiles, and he sings in a low drone called a sinus song, which I thought could possibly be similar to throat singing.
Maybe. It's described as a low drone, which is probably how I would describe throat singing.
Sinus song sounds kind of gross, though.
Yeah, maybe it's like more in the nasal passage than it is in the throat, but maybe it has a similar sound.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and I'm having difficulty trying to picture what this guy looks like with an elongated torso and stunted limbs.
Like a gecko.
Oh god.
The long torso and the little arms.
Oh my god.
And little legs.
You're probably right. He just looks like a damn lizard.
Probably. Like that dragon.
I wonder what they would do with all of these half-dragons if they made a movie.
Oh god.
That would be my nightmare.
It would. A lot of it would be gross. No offense.
It would be haunting.
Serafina takes a few starts, but eventually gets the tune right, and together they play a beautiful melody until they are interrupted by the priests of Chacon and Paulos Pinte. So the two of them scatter before they're noticed. So finally, 2 weeks after Serafina got her first note from Kamba, she gets a response telling her to come at once for a garden party.
Come at once?
So, come at once. ASAP, right now.
Okay.
So Serafina heads right over, and Kamba introduces Serafina to her mother, who is very grateful to Serafina for being with Kamba on that day on the mountain.
Oh, she knows.
All about Serafina.
Mm-hmm.
Serafina quickly learns that The reason Kemba was up there contemplating jumping was because she had believed that she had ruined her family's reputation by buying cheap glassware that ended up being poisonous, resulting in the death of a baby.
What the fuck?
Which is pretty random, but
Like random that it would be a baby who would die?
pretty random. From what the book was like hinting that it was because they're a half dragon, maybe even their gender identity.
Well, was the book hinting at that, or was it just our immediate perceptions?
I guess so. Maybe it was Seraphina's immediate perception.
I think so, yeah. So Seraphina had an assumption, which we just believed, I guess.
Of course, she's the narrator.
Yeah.
I'm gonna believe her.
But we all need to check ourselves.
Including Seraphina.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, so Kemba leads her to the garden where Ingar and the rest of the half-dragons are waiting for her. Maga found the loophole.
Oh, they're all there.
The idea is that they were having their own party and Seraphina just showed up.
How convenient. Was this the same day or like the next day or?
It's this same day, come at once.
Damn.
Oh no, it was days after meeting.
Oh. Oh yeah, because
Maga.
Because she went and met Newt after too. Okay. I was like, damn, same day?
Can you imagine that? And she works fast.
Yeah.
Miss Riri introduces herself as Mina. Newt is introduced as Brasidas. And the twins are Gaios and Jelena. And they all get to know each other and they enjoy each other's company.
Mina is a lot easier to say than Miserere.
Certainly is.
Okay, so they just like hang out and chat? Seraphina doesn't get into any of the important shit?
Really, they're just getting to know each other at this little party.
What?
And then
girl, she needs to just get right to it.
Right? And then like the half dragons are like sharing their own personal stories. So she's just like slowly joining this group of friends, I guess.
Maybe she's trying to like build some rapport or earn their trust or something before jumping into the big stuff. But at the same time, if like Paolo's Pende is being like to all of the other half dragons, don't hang out with her, how often are they going to be able to get away with setting up something like this again?
That's true.
So I feel like she should have just gotten straight to it and like, guys.
So it's her gritty nature. She has to be polite.
Guys, we need to build a wall. We need to build a wall.
I just recognized that Newt, his name Newt, is very salamander like.
Oh yeah, yes.
Like, he totally does look like one.
That adds up. That adds up.
Oh no. There's a moment where Seraphina pauses and she watches this family, thinking that this is what she wanted when she first set out to find the half-dragons. And she knows that there's no way that she can take them back to Gored to start her fantasy family.
Did she really think that she could do that, like, from the beginning? Like, they would all just follow her to Gored?
Yeah, she thought she was saving them all because they were all going to be lonely like she was.
Oh, sweetie.
Yeah.
You could move to Porphyry, Seraphina.
Right? She's been gaining a lot of confidence in herself as a half-dragon since moving to Porphyry.
Yeah, it kind of seems like the best spot for half-dragons, so...
They should move their family there.
Exactly, and take Kiggs with you.
Ingar approaches her, telling her that he can see that she looks saddened and assures her that they can start their community without Janola's influence. Ingar shows her Orma's notebook and tells her that he has deciphered a bit of text in there in which there is a lot of mentions of Saint Yirtrudis, which is Seraphina's saint.
Her patron. Her patron
Her-
saint. The true one, the hidden one.
One that she hides because they're blasphemous.
It's also nice to hear that Ingar is, reformed. No longer reliant on Janula.
Yeah.
To feel like he's worth something.
He is now aware of what Genola is, it seems like.
Nice.
So apparently an old Samsamese bishop named Saint Yirtrudis a heretic because she was claiming that the saints were all half-dragons amongst other blasphemous things.
Oh, she just straight came out and said it.
Yeah, she was claiming they all were, and this bishop was like, no! Sin!
Well, the other half-dragons were probably with him, too, because they don't want to get exposed, or they're going to be hated. So they're probably all like, shut the fuck up, Yirtrudis. Like, don't fuck this up for us.
Right.
She's a heretic! Nail her to the cross!
Burn her at the stake.
She is a witch! She must die in
For
fire.
speaking the truth.
Yeah.
Ingar offers to write her a translation to take home when Kamba approaches and tells her that she is sorry for what's happened in Abdo and offers her cakes to bring back to his family.
That's so nice.
Seraphina sees the way that Ingar looks at Kamba and realizes that he too is not going to come back to Gorid either.
Oh, wait. Huh? Like he's got the hots for her?
I feel like he fixated on her after Genola. Like his fixation went from Genola to Kamba as the next person to accept him for what he is, I guess.
Oh, okay.
But like he's been like a really lonely man due to his half-dragon status in Sam where they really hate half-dragons.
Mm-hmm.
And Genola was the first person to accept him, and after getting rid of her, Kamba was the next. We go from Genola to Kamba in loyalty.
I see.
That's what I'm thinking is going on.
That sounds...
Not like he has thoughts
Right.
her, but like he's obsessed that she accepts him. So now he's loyal to her.
Right.
That night, Seraphina visits her garden with the purpose of giving her grotesques their proper names, feeling ashamed.
Aw.
She thinks their names are mean.
It's just because they're based on, like, how they look.
Yeah, how she calls them grotesques. They're all half dragons like her. I mean,
she's not
she
wrong.
ain't wrong.
They're pretty gnarly.
Especially this one, when she goes around renaming them, and she notices Pandowdy, the slug. He is the last one to meet.
Oh yeah, where's Pandowdy at?
I am waiting for Pandowdy. I want to see the slug.
Me too.
He rises over her and touches the sky, and Seraphina realizes that her garden is shrinking rapidly.
What the fuck?
Everything in her garden is now at arm's reach. She looks down and she sees her grotesques, now the size of dolls, and she lays them down side by side.
What the fuck?
She soon feels claustrophobic and vacates the garden back to her room in Naya's house.
I think you mean claustrophobic.
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 There you go.
Nice.
Catastrophic.
Claustrophic.
That's funny.
Claustrophic.
Oh no. Oh girl.
It's a big word, okay? My tongue twisters.
Claustrophobic.
Claustrophobic. Claustrophobic.
There you go.
Nice.
Okay.
That's that chapter.
Okay. Cool.
'Kay.
She met all of the half dragons except Pandevi.
Almost.
I am dying to know what's going on with her garden.
Yeah, what? Why?
Is it that, like, she's meeting them IRL so they don't need as much space in her garden?
Perhaps.
Or, I don't know, maybe there's some other reason. Anyway.
I wonder with the garden shrinking if Janola is still gonna stay in her little shed.
Oh yeah, maybe it's gonna break at some point.
Yeah.
That's worrying.
It is.
Hey everyone, just a quick aside. We just became affiliates of Buzzsprout, which is the hosting platform we use for our podcast. If you are interested in creating your own podcast, please consider using Buzzsprout. It made it easy to get our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and dozens of other streaming platforms. They also provide you with a podcast website, detailed analytics to see how your episodes are performing, and tons of guides on how to improve your listenability. And if you follow our link in the episode description, you will get a $20 Amazon gift card when you sign up for a paid plan, and it helps support our show. Thank you. Back to the episode.
Chapter 19?
Let's do it.
Right. A ship bearing the royal flag of Gored enters the harbor, and Seraphina runs alongside it and waits for the passengers to unload. She recognizes Commandant first, and he excitedly greets her when he spots her. She asks him where Lucian is. Commandant's not sure, so he asks the sailor next to him if he's seen the prince. Seraphina did not recognize the bearded sailor until he smiled at her.
Oh, a beard?
He's got a beard!
Oh shit, How
Nice.
long has he been at sea?
Probably a couple of weeks. And it depends on the man, how fast the beard grows, I guess.
Interesting. Alright, well, sheesh, Kiggs! He's back!
They greet each other, and Seraphina suddenly feels shy.
Aww.
Commandant is very proud of his joke, and he explains it to Seraphina. It's like, you see, I was pretending I didn't know where he was, and he was right beside me.
Wow, good job, Commandant. Proud of
I'm
you.
so proud of him. Good job. Pat on the back.
Yeah, he has learned sarcasm. New trophy.
Seraphina informs Commandant that Eskar has been missing for a month at this point.
Oh.
I guess they've been on sea for a month. I do believe Seraphina contacted them right away when Glissola told her that Kiggs was being sent over.
Oh.
I think. About a month.
Sure.
Sure. Commandant pulls out a gold chain necklace full of nicks and tries to get in contact with Eskar, but no dice. He's not concerned though, and assures Seraphina that she'll get back in contact with him soon enough. Seraphina tells him that Orma is missing too, and Commandant tells her that most likely the censors got wind of them and they are now in hiding. And I think the censors are like the dragon
They're like
hitmen.
Ice.
Dragon hitmen.
Yeah, but I thought like Porphyry was supposed to be a safe space for.
Yeah. Well, for the exiles that are, I think, signed up or have like license there, and Orma does not have like Porphyrian protection or Porphyrian papers or something like that.
Oh.
Like they have to legally be there to be under Porphyrian
protection. So they're like expediting him or something.
Yeah. So he's been hiding there illegally.
I see.
Perhaps.
Okay, that could be it.
A litter pulls up and Commandant hops in. Lucian tells Seraphina that they're going to be heading to the House Malal. Before Lucian joins Commandant, he tells Seraphina that Griselda had ordered him to take good care of her and to assure her that they know she tried her best to assemble the half-dragons and that they are not disappointed. Everything will be alright.
Awesome.
So Seraphina feels emotional hearing these words. And thanks Griselda's kindness. Commandant pops his head out of the litter and he orders Kiggs to get in and tells Seraphina to meet them at House Malal that night. So Lucian enters the litter and they set off, leaving Seraphina behind.
Okay.
Seraphina rushes to the public baths. She only feels comfortable going when it's old-timers' hour, because she can pretend that they are staring at her because of their poor eyesight. Usually the comments she hears from them are about her being a foreigner, like her pale skin and all that. No one has mentioned her scales so far, but this day, a very elderly lady approached her and mumbled something in Porphian. Her friend beside her translates and says, "Lend her your silver teeth, you stingy foreigner. You have too many and she has none." So Seraphina laughs and gets her scales.
Okay.
Seraphina laughs at that, which encourages the rest of the bathhouse to laugh along with them. So afterwards, she puts on her nicest outfit that she owns. It's described, but I liked that it says that it has chips of mirror hanging on it. That sounded interesting.
Oh. Chips of a mirror.
Little mirror chips.
Interesting.
She arrives at House Malau and is led inside by a butler. Lucian is at her side right away. He's freshly washed and dressed up, and she is pleasantly surprised that he still has his beard. Also a beard girly.
Yes, indeed.
Lucian leads her to one of the many dining rooms and warns her that this is going to be very political. They arrive in a open courtyard garden with lounging couches and tables of food and hundreds of fancy folk milling around.
Sounds boring as fuck.
Right. I'd be hanging out with the food, I guess.
Yep, me too.
Trying to avoid the hundreds of people.
Yep, gag.
Lucian leads Seraphina to an older woman. He introduces Seraphina to her, and her name is Philida. Oh god. My brain told me this name, but for some reason it will not come out of my Philida Malau Malay. And she is the Speaker of the Assembly. So I'm guessing she's in the government.
Okay.
Malau tells Seraphina that she should have gone to her about the half-dragons, since she could have ordered Paulos Pente down and chastised her a little for outraging the Temple of Chakon. So that is interesting. That she could have forced Paulos Pente to cooperate.
Really?
Yeah, apparently that's what Malau claims.
Huh. But why is she on Seraphina's side?
I guess the same reason why she is agreeing to help out Commandant with the Dragon Wars.
I guess they're just aligned with Gored's
Gored's battle
okay.
with the dragons.
I see.
When they walk away, Lucian assures Seraphina that he heard that the Chakon priest was dead set against her anyways. So they eat. A dish of note was the octopus stuffed with squid, stuffed with cuttlefish.
Oh my god.
This seems like a bit much.
It's just like
rubber
over the top.
Rubber on rubber.
Over the top for the sole purpose of being over the top.
It makes me think of the turducken.
Oh my god!
Like the...
Yes, the turducken. Wait, I completely forgot about that.
Squidfish.
What's the turducken from?
No.
Is it just a thing? Or is it from something?
I think it's from something.
Okay.
Must be from...
Let's take it to Google.
Turducken. How do you even word that? Because it's an actual recipe.
Right, it is.
Mentioned in the show. I'm googling turducken mentioned in the show, and the first thing that pops up on Google is turducken mentioned in the Bible. Like, what?
What?
Sure, it was. The Thanksgiving special, the regular show, fandom.com. What the hell is the regular show?
Okay, I found it on Wikipedia. Popularized by John Madden, who promoted the unusual dish during NFL Thanksgiving Day games.
The NFL Thanksgiving Day games?
Yeah.
Okay. Because this one is saying that it's on the regular show. On their Thanksgiving special.
What's the regular show?
You'll recognize it when you see it. The picture. I definitely recognize these characters. I've never watched the regular show, but I definitely recognize them. You recognize them?
Yes, they're in a lot of memes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never seen it either.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I thought
Yeah.
it would have been from some sort of sitcom, like a Friends or How I Met Your
Yeah.
Mother or something.
Or like something stupid like South Park, you know?
Oh yeah, that too.
Because it sounds like a stupid food.
Well, it is.
It's just pure gluttony at this point.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, enough about turducken.
Where am I? The octopus squid cuddle. Okay. Halfway through the evening, Commandant centers himself in the middle of the party and starts drunkenly telling stories.
Oh boy.
Lucian and Serafina beeline to his side. So he's telling a story about a battle of dragons. And he ends the story with the sadness he felt about all the dragon lives lost and what a waste it was.
Okay.
So someone asks him, why would a dragon fight to the death if there is no logic in it? And Commandant explains that he is sure that they must have found logic in there somewhere, but he doesn't care to like figure it out himself for fear that it would make sense to him.
Oh, that's kind of scary.
Yeah, so everyone laughs as if he made a joke, but Serafina can see that he's being serious.
Ooh, yeah.
Like he's fearful that it will make sense to him, and then he too might fight to the death, I guess.
Yeah.
Honorable Malao was listening too, and she says that Porphyry would be risking a lot fighting with Commandant, and mentions that there will have to be a large compensation for the risk. Commandant starts to tell her that he is prepared to negotiate when Lucian elbows him in the ribs, shutting him up. Malao agrees that they will negotiate over the coming days, and they cheers and drinks. Cheers and drink. Clink glasses and drink. Yeah.
Okay.
Or do they lift up their glasses and drink? Something like that.
They cheers and drink. We get it.
Okay.
They toast and drink?
Maybe. Toast to war.
To war!
Yeah, that's that chapter.
Okay. Well, stuff's happening. Kiggs is back.
Mm-hmm.
I love him.
Serafina is gonna be all crushing.
Same.
Or maybe we're gonna find Pendouty somewhere.
Can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
Janula is still like fighting Abdo. We'll see who wins next time. Hopefully.
Who wins?
Abdo I am not suspicious of anymore.
Yeah, he's just a dumb kid.
Yeah.
A sus dumb kid.
Yes. And like that whole thing about him being promised to Chacon or whatever, I think we now understand is just Paulos Pende wanted him to take over his position within the church, and he refused. So it wasn't some sort of like weird you owe me your firstborn devil deal.
Abdo just wanted to be a kid.
Yeah.
Like Aang, the last airbender. Didn't want those responsibilities. Just wanted to have fun. And damn.
He just wants to dance.
How far are we in this book?
Let's see.
Oh. Are we halfway?
We are a little over halfway.
Wow! We did it!
We're doing it! We are doing it. Have you watched House of the Dragon yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you caught up?
I think I made it to episode 5. I think I have one episode.
Okay. I thought it would be cool if, like, when we're done Dance with Dragons, which is the next A Song of Ice and Fire book on our list.
Okay, yeah.
We could do Fire and Blood.
Okay, might as well do. I think I own that book.
Yes,
somewhere in one of my boxes.
Yes. If Winds of Winter isn't out by then. which,
Don't get your hopes up.
yeah, my hopes are not up.
They're all the way down in hell.
My hopes have been buried to the ninth circle
Yeah.
of hell. Game of Thrones spoilers incoming.
I was explaining to Johnny the other day that this prince that was promised is supposed to be Jon. And this is Jon Snow. This is why I was like, I desperately need these books because the show ruined it for me.
Completely ruined it. Like, how could he not end up as king? That
Completely.
makes no fucking sense.
He is what? He goes north of the wall and lives happily. Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off. Bran is king. No, he's fucking not.
No.
No, he's fucking
So mad.
not. You shut your stupid bitch ass up.
Fucking ruined every assholes.
And Arya's the one who kills the Night King? Okay.
Yeah, sure. Not the prince that was promised to rid the lands. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure D&D said they even, like, they chose to do that because it would be unexpected. And I'm like, that is not a good reason to do it. It still needs
Right?
to fucking make sense. Oh my
People
god.
didn't like Game of Thrones because it was unexpected. Because it made sense. Consequences had actions. Like, oh, I mean, you know.
Yeah, there were unexpected things. It did a lot of things turning expectations on their head, but it did it in a way that made sense and wasn't just for the reason of being
Random.
unexpected. Yeah. Yes. Oh my god, I could go on forever.
Me too. Man, that was in a rant. Poor John.
He's just like, I just picture him sitting quietly on the couch with his like hands on his knees, just listening to you go on and on.
His dull smile that he has when he's
Slowly
like,
fading.
listening. He's off in La La Land. I'm going on and on.
He's off in what?
La La Land.
Oh yeah, he's just, his eyes
Slowly
start to glaze
zoning
over.
The blank smile he has.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Game of Thrones spoilers.
It's been a while now. Get
Yes,
on that
man.
train.
Yeah. Well, for dumbasses like Eric, who just gets spoiled left, right, and center.
Right. He doesn't even switch as soon as he sees a Game of Thrones thing. He sits and watches it.
Well, I think he's learning. He said the last time he saw a Game of Thrones thing. No, what he said was, maybe it wasn't a Game of Thrones thing. Maybe I was talking to him about Rogue One.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was saying he hadn't seen the epic Darth Vader scene and he wanted to see it like in context while watching the movie. But he saw the clip come up and he quickly scrolled past it, so maybe is he just too dumb
So he
to realize
knows how to do it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Does he just not realize when something is a Game of Thrones thing? I
That
feel
he's
like it
going to
would be
get
so obvious.
Right.
But I don't know.
I think he's at the point now where he's acknowledging that maybe he likes the show.
Yes.
Maybe now he'll start skipping.
Yeah, that would be good. But he's also saying he's been spoiled a lot of times when it's like in a video that's like most epic character deaths or most satisfying villain deaths. And he's watching a video like that, and then like half of them are Game of Thrones characters.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He needs to just stop watching those kinds of videos.
Yeah, until we're done the show.
Yeah, for sure. He just needs to stay off the internet until we're done the show.
Yeah, of course.
That'll work.
Yeah. Easy fix.
Yeah, we should tell him
Problem solved. Yeah.
that. Okay. So I guess that's it.
That's it.
All right, thank you guys so much for listening. If you want more of the podcast, you can connect with us on Instagram. You can follow our podcast, TIGBAB Podcast, or choose to follow us individually. My username is Crimby, and Just goes by just.egan24. Additionally, find us on Facebook by searching for TIGBAB Podcast or Tea is Good, Books Are Better. Also, don't forget to explore the music of our talented friend, Bahram, on Spotify. He created the catchy jingle you heard at the beginning of the episode and produces amazing ambient tunes. Perfect for reading, actually. So it's Bahrambient on Spotify, and that's spelled Bahrambient. Lastly, consider checking out our Patreon page at patreon.com/teaisgood.books-are-better. We offer a $5 tier where you can listen to us force our brother to watch Game of Thrones, or enjoy outtakes and access other behind-the-scenes content. Most importantly, sharing our podcast with your family and friends would mean the world to us and greatly contribute to our podcast's growth. Thank you so much for being a listener. If you're interested, check out Eric's stream over on Twitch. It is McGrumble. I've streamed with him a couple of times recently. He's making me play Fallen Order on the hardest possible mode.
That's Star Wars, right?
Yes. And it's really fun, but it's also really hard on the hardest possible mode. And I get angry and frustrated. But anyway.
Nice.
Thanks again. We'll see you in the next one. Hopefully we find out what happened to Orma and Eskar. And hopefully Seraphina and Kix kiss.
Can kiss.
Hopefully
Kik?
they kiss.
Okay, you want to smooch.
I want them to do a nice little peck. And then maybe another one. All right, we're done. Thank you guys so much for listening. Bye-bye.